Good morning. It's about 6 a.m. I'm getting ready to go out. Still got about an hour before the sunrise. The weather conditions are debatable. It snowed last night between a dusting and 3 inches, is what it said. The weather report, depending on, I guess, where the clouds, I should say, just stayed in one area and put more snow there. Weather conditions as far as the roads should be mixed, but okay. It kind of determined where I'm going to go today, and that is, I'll just go slow, take it nice and easy. Anyway, it's going to be cloudy, so I don't feel like taking everything today. As it is, there won't be very much sunlight for me to try to get a lot of distance shots with the setup I currently have. So this guy stays home, and instead I've got the Pocket Cinema 6K in here. I'm going to take that out instead and just do more of a hike and just walk around and see what I can find. See if I find anything interesting, landscape, nature shots, things of that nature. Nature. Anyway, let's go. Now I'm getting ready to go out. And for those of you keeping score, that was almost an hour. It's almost 7:30 now, after I got ready to leave the first time, because I had to find a glove. A glove that, when I wore it last week, brought it in, put it in the wash, and then I did the laundry the regular way the rest of the week, and apparently it got caught up in the fitted sheet that was on my bed, and I slept on it for a week and never noticed it. And I searched the car, in here, bags, pockets, the washing machine, the dryer to see if it got eaten. I had given up, and I sat down on the bed, and I was texting people going, well, I guess I'm not going out today. And then I found it. So I'm going out today. That was irritating, but it's fine. Now the sun's out, it'll be fine. So, pretty good trip. Not super long. I was out for about 2 hours today. Just trying to get out, be out here in nature, and with the backpack, and learning how to do stuff, and how to walk, and how to climb. So, what did we learn today? Well, I got there to the park. We went up the trail kind of where I went last week, where I saw a bunch of deer. And I did see some deer again today. Didn't get any footage of the deer today. But I went up the same path to the marker, and I started up the trail, thinking that would be a good way to get up on the mountain. It is up on the mountain, and I, having never really been hiking before, did not know fully what a 20% grade would be. I thought that I would be okay, and it probably would be fine at another point during the year. But it is a mountain, and the higher up I was going, it was just more and more snow. I was walking through easily a foot to a foot and a half at some points, and although I didn't fall, I didn't go that far before I went, this is more than I can do right now in this situation. Definitely no way I would have been able to take any kind of big camera equipment or anything. That was too much. So all in all, I did make it. I could see. I didn't walk all the way up there because I was just done at that point. I wasn't. I already am afraid of heights, and I'm walking along the side, being able to look down at, just off where I could have fallen, and thinking, because of the snow, I could slip at any point. I did not fall. I didn't slip very much, besides a few inches being like, well, that's not a stable place. Let me find better for my footing. But almost making it to that sign, basically there, that was about a half a mile from the previous sign being like, here to this next point is about a half a mile. So all in all, it was probably a mile between that back and forth. And then I just walked around. I went, I made the decision once I got to that point that I was like, this is going to be, I don't even know how much further it is. I saw the signs. I knew whereabouts I was going. I didn't know how much more up it was going to be, or if it would level out at some point. I will try that mountain again when there's less snow in the spring or summer. That'll be to get up to the top of that. Certainly on that path anyway. There was other paths. I saw other people there who were going the other way. Probably smarter people who have done this before. I might try that. That seemed like a less steep climb. But I went back. I went to the waterfall, which was frozen. I was there last week as well, but I went back there and I was looking at it, and I saw the observation decks. And I saw that how to get to the observation decks. I was thinking you had to go that path from before and like come up and around. Now that path takes you up the mountain and around the mountain, and there are multiple paths depending on which way you want to go. The observation decks, you just climb up from, and by climb, some parts it is a climb up from the base of the waterfall kind of to get to the top. There were multiple observation decks, at least 2. I only went to the lower one because I wasn't about to keep going any higher. It was already tough enough. Thankfully, there were posts with steel cables in between in case you fell. So I just basically held on to them as I made my way up and around. But I got up to there, and I then put together the camera, the video camera, and just kind of played around with it, looking at different things, practicing, mostly zooming in and out. And then I decided I would move on from there and go see if I could find anything else. And I walked around the base area where there's a lot of campgrounds and picnic tables and things like that where people usually are. Thankfully, nobody was there because there's a lot of snow. The only people who were there were climbing the mountain. Hiking the mountain, I guess. But that was enough. I called it a day after that. It was a good exercise at the very least. Learning lessons about what weather I can do and what I can go out to and what I have to work towards. What it'll take before I can get to the point where I can scale something of that size. It'll happen. It'll just take time. This was basically the first attempt at hiking a mountain. I've done usually just going out with a camera before and been like, well, I've come to something that's rather steep, but I think I can tackle this. And then I do. Not gracefully, but I do. And this was a beast of a whole other... This was a horse of a whole other color. This was a different challenge. This was difficult. This was beyond my current skill level. How about that? Maybe if I got, I saw some people had been using, I saw their tracks, they were having some kind of snowshoe thing to keep you from sinking down in, with much more surface area. I've always seen them as tennis rackets in TV shows and movies, and I don't think that's actually what they're called or what they are. I don't know. I'll have to research that. So that's it for today. As far as going out, I don't plan on going back out again. It's just going to be clouds all day. We'll see what the rest of the weekend looks like, but it is a Friday, so I consider it to still be a work day, even though for my own schedule, I do 4 10-hour days to get 40 hours Monday through Thursday, and then Friday is the beginning of how much can I get done on a weekend to try and produce wildlife content, for the very least. I will be editing. I'm going to look at the stuff I still have to get to from last week that I haven't done. Some mule deer. I hopefully have some good stuff there. The vlog for... I've got 2 trips that I made before that I took this camera on. This will be the 3rd one, so this will probably be the next video. I don't know how much. We'll see. It's a bit hard to start diagnosing what's going to go where and what parts will be part of what. And we haven't gotten to that point yet.